Good morning to everyone near and far. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining me for the very first ever Mornings with Care Bear. Yay! Yay! Yeah, this is the very first time I'm doing a YouTube channel called Morning with Care Bear. And I'm very nervous and very kind of all over the place right now. I don't know how this first video is going to turn out. But, practice makes perfect. And I hope you guys tune in, join, like, and just want to go over a little about what inspired me to do Mornings with Care Bear, what we're going to be talking about, and just bear with me. First of all, Mornings with Care Bear is not going to be like any other blog. I'm sure we hear that all the time, but I'm serious. Mornings with Care Bear is not going to be all about politics or what's going on in the world around us, even though that's important. And it matters what's going on in our world and society that we live in as a whole. But my whole point of this is not for all that. Of course, there may be some things brought up, but my whole focus is not around political or, things in the world around us, because there is enough YouTube videos, enough news reports and everything about that going on in the world around us. What I want to do with this is I want it to be a source of inspiration, hope, happiness, and maybe through this journey that we all are going to partake in together, new hidden passions that we may discover. I think that during this time that we're in right now, with everything in the crazy, I think it's good to have a space where we can go to and just be completely vulnerable and open and talk about how we are really feeling. Because I know for me, talking about how I really feel to others is very challenging. I like to keep it all together. I like to look good on the outside. I like to, put on a nice outfit and, but I never really take the time, and I'm working on it, but to be vulnerable and to open up and tell what's really going on with Gary. So I'm hoping that through this process and this learning and this growing, that I'll be able to sit here, be completely vulnerable and open to letting you guys know who the real Gary is. So that's the other part. And also, I just find it, just a way to connect and stay connected. Morning with Care Bear was a suggestion that was given to me by I call him my brother. And so, I just wanted to go a little about me and where I'm at in my life. And then, we'll just go from there and see what happens. So, right now, where I'm in, of course, my name's Gary, aka Care Bear, that's me. Where I'm at right now is, I came down here to Sonoma County a little over, about 2 years ago. Not by choice. I was broken. I was lost. I was kind of wandering through this world in a dark haze. I struggle. My life has been constantly struggling with the disease of addiction. I had work in progress. I had a very hard drug addiction that has been holding me in prison to my life for the last few years. And what ended up happening is, something I don't know, bigger than myself, brought me down here to Sonoma County. And I came down here in 2018 and was living in the Redwood Gospel Mission, the homeless shelter downtown. I was there because I had nowhere else to go. I was, I had no family. I had no friends. I burned a lot of bridges from where I'm from, which is Sacramento, and I was just a mess. So I came down here, and I don't know. Something started changing, and I fell in love with Sonoma County. I fell in love with the fellowship down here. Sonoma County is one of the largest and oldest fellowships of Narcotics Anonymous. And what happened is, I came in, got out of the homeless shelter, went into a sober living, and got plugged in. And today, my life from 2 years ago being broken and having no sense of hope, no sense of passion, no happiness, no joy, is totally different from what you see today. Today, I still struggle with addiction. I just recently came back from a relapse, and that's another reason why I'm deciding to do Mornings with Gary Bear, because this is helping me stay clean by, talking to you guys and, some inspiration and hope, And so this has helped me keep clean. So right now, I have over this time a month and I think it's like 16, 17 days clean. And to me, it's a miracle I made it back. And but if it wasn't for the relationships and the friendships that I have made and I have connected with down here in Santa Rosa or Sonoma County, whatever you want to call it, I would not be able to be where I'm at today, and I would not have been able to make it back. So it's a little about me. That's kind of where my journey begins. And today, I'm going to start reading. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm just a little nervous right now. Sorry, but yeah. So that's about me, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about. One of the things I wanted to do, which I'll do, is one of the things how I start my morning every morning is I start reading from one of these books. It's called Just for Today. It's kind of a book of reflection and inspiration, and I'm just going to read it to you, and then we'll go into a topic and go from there. So today is May 4th. What about the newcomer? Each group has but one primary purpose: to carry the message to the addict who still suffers. Our home group means a lot to us. After all, we would be without our favorite NA meeting. Our group sometimes sponsors picnics or activities. Often home group members get together to see movies or go bowling. We have all made a good friendships through our home group, and we wouldn't trade that warmth for the world. But sometimes we must take an inventory of what our group is doing to fulfill its primary purpose: to carry the message to the still suffering addict. Sometimes when we go to our meetings, we know almost everyone and get caught up laughing and fun. But what about the newcomer? Have we remembered to reach out to the new people who've been sitting by themselves, lonely and frightened? Do we remember to welcome those visiting our group? The love found in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous helps us to recover from addiction. But once we've gotten clean, we must remember to give others what we've freely given to us. We need to reach out to the addict who still suffers. After all, the newcomer is the most important person at any meeting. So just for today, I'm grateful for the warmth and fellowship I found in my home group. I'll reach out my hand to the still suffering addict, offering the same fellowship to others. So, that was today's daily reflection. And the newcomer, I remember, I'm still fairly new, but I remember being a newcomer coming into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, and I was scared to death. I was scared, I was angry, I was bitter, I was resentful. I thought all you were a bunch of squares. And I didn't want to be like that. When I came into the rooms, I came in to get people off my back. I came in to, get some clean time, gain some weight. But what it comes down to, my ultimate plan was to come in and go right back out. Sometimes when when I first started this journey in recovery, which was years ago, I used to be the one that used to get high in the parking lot. I used to be the one that get high in the bathroom of the meetings of Narcotics Anonymous. Used to, go in meetings, get high. After meetings, get high. I had no intention of quitting and, quitting. But the people of Narcotics Anonymous, they always, no matter what I did, no matter how bad I screwed up, no matter how I smelled or whatever, the people of Narcotics Anonymous never said one negative thing, even though they knew what was going on. They never said one negative thing. They never kicked me out, they always gave me a hug and embraced me and said welcome. And to me, that's something new that I really never experienced. Growing up, I had a family. My family was good, but we weren't that close. Due to certain things in life. I grew up in a Baptist household, and my dad, had very difficult time showing his feelings. So when people welcomed me and hugged me and loved on me, I wasn't used to that. So, but no matter what, the people always made me feel welcome. And one of the things I learned, I used to think you guys were cold. It was scary, holding hands, hugging, and I wasn't into that because I'm not used to people giving me a hug or loving on me without wanting something in return, or me doing that to get something from them. But they just genuinely loved me for who I am and where I'm at. And so, that's kind of the reason, even before I got what the purpose of the program was and, learned anything about what sponsors were or step work or spiritual principles, anything. I didn't know any of that when I came into Narcotics Anonymous, but I kept coming back, and what kept coming back was the love and the welcome I felt from each and every one member, the member of Narcotics Anonymous. As it said in the book, the member, coming up and greeting me and, welcoming me and making me feel part of. That's what kept coming back for the longest time, was just the genuine kindness and love of the people of Narcotics Anonymous, the setting of family. And, so in a way, even though I have only like a month and some change clean, I have over 2 years, almost 2 years of NA. And one of the reasons why I'm trying to give back, especially right now because we're in this pandemic that's going on around us, and that we really don't have a whole lot of meetings, this is my way of giving back to the newcomers who watch this. I want to say to those who are new or who are feeling, who are, having a difficult time right now, welcome. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. If you're willing and you're honest and you're open-minded to try something new, and that's pretty much the key. Open-mindedness, honesty, and willingness to try something new. Then I can guarantee you, if you just stick around, you will see a tremendous amount of transformation in your life. And for me, that's what happened. And so if you're new and you're struggling and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't know where to talk to, please, I want you to know I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm here because it says the newcomer is the most important person. You guys are the most important person, because it's a reminder, not just for me, but for others who have years or centuries or even a day clean, are a reminder that the addiction out there is real, and it is still going on. And so I want to welcome you guys, and I hope that you stick around, that you give it a chance. The first few things I can tell you, especially to do, is find some people in your life that are healthy, that you trust, and latch on to them. I know it's hard right now, but you can call, you can text, you can message them, but find some people who you trust and build a support group. A support group is people who are there to support you, not in a sense of, physically, but more of a sense of spiritual, and that will call you on your shit, but do it in a place of love. The people that will be there when you fall down. People that will help you up when you fall down. People that have found a new way to live through Narcotics Anonymous. People that are not using most of all. Because when we think of a support group, we think of, my friends, that are, in their addiction, or friends that aren't really trying to change anything about, that aren't trying to change the inside. But these people I'm talking about, this support group I'm talking about is, clean and sober people that have been where you are going through what you're going through, that someone you can relate to. So find a support group, most of all. Second of all, I know it's hard right now, there's not a whole lot of meetings, but there is a thing called Zoom. Get in on Zoom and find some Zoom meetings. Because a meeting's a meeting no matter where it's physical or over the internet of Zoom. I look at it, the Zoom meetings, I love, but I don't do a whole lot. But that's one of the things I need to work on. I need to go to do more Zoom meetings, because in my addiction, I did anything and everything to get that next fix, to get high. I did anything to anyone and everyone. I stole, I lied, I cheated, and sometimes I did some other stuff to get high. So if I did that to get high, I should be chasing my recovery like my high that I used to chase. So get into some Zoom meetings. There's a lot of Zoom meetings going on all over the world. And thirdly, get a sponsor. Get a sponsor who will, in a way, get a sponsor who will not be soft and kind and lovey-dovey, but will call you on your bullshit and will, kind of be, I don't want to say stern, but yes, be stern. And that his focus is to, walk you through the steps. And to, so a sponsor is going to be like your guide, your teacher. But and so get a sponsor who you trust, who you would like to walk through this journey with. That will also a sponsor that will walk you through the steps. Out of everything else, the steps are the meat and potato of the program. Because without the meat and potatoes, everything else will not matter. So that would be where I can get in. I get a sponsor, and then of course, no matter what, don't pick up. I know it's hard, especially now, but those are what I suggest you do. And yeah, this morning with Gare Bear is not going to all be like recovery or NA, but it's just where I'm at. It's a little about who I am. Yeah, it's another thing is use this time to I don't know. I just know that if I continue to stay clean one day at a time, even 1 second at a time, my life's going to get extremely better. And so will yours. But that's enough about me and where I'm at. I just wanted, I hope you guys got to know me a little more and where I'm at. And I don't know where this blog's gonna go or how it's gonna turn out, but I'm gonna do my very best. I'm going to commit to try to do a little video, even if it's just to say hi every morning. But if you like what you hear, like and leave comments below. I want this to be not just about me, but about you guys. I want you guys to give me feedback. I want you guys to give me feedback about what you want to see out of this whole morning with Gare Bear. I want to hear, anything, topics. You want to hear about topics, give me suggestions, comment and like below and tell me, because I want to be able to make sure that you guys get a lot out of this for you just as much as I'll get out of it for me. So, yeah, like, comment, hit below things you want to hear, topics or questions you want me to answer, and we'll just do this journey together. And I hope you all will stay tuned, and stay plugged in, and stay connected. And the last thing before I close, I know I said it's not political, it's not, but I want you guys to, during this quarantine, and downtime that we have, a lot of us aren't working, or a lot of us are going to school. I want you guys to take this time as reflection. And reflection to me is when I'm talking about reflection, is not the looking in the mirror and your reflection comes out. It is the definition I look for reflection is theories, thought, or consideration. So I don't know what to say about reflection. I want you guys to reflect on your life. And, during this pandemic and this dark and gloomy days that have been going on, I want you to reflect and find something, even the smallest thing, that you're grateful for. I want you to also take time to take a step back and find the smallest beautiful thing of life, as simple as a sunset, sunrise. Because in our hustle and bustle of life, when there is no pandemic, we're always on the go, go, go. And we don't take time to pause, reflect, and be grateful. Because we always think, we got to get to the next meeting. I got to get to school. I got to do this. I got to do that. I want you to use this time to pause, reflect, and be grateful for the small things of life. And, maybe do some time of, maybe there's some things in your personal life that's going on that you haven't really addressed, that you have been trying to ignore, or you've been trying to run for. Maybe use this time of pandemic as a time of healing, as a time of freedom, that you will take this time of growth, because we have so much downtime. There's no reason we can't do a little self-care and a little self-love. So I want to encourage you guys to do that. And again, I want to thank you guys joining me for the very first, which I hope is going to be the first of many, Mornings with Gare Bear. Again, if you have any suggestions or topics you want me to talk about or questions, like and comment below, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. And remember, if no one's told you today, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I can't wait to see you all once again. Much love from the one and only Gare Bear.